Hey there, thinkers! Welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is Est, and these so-called journalists in the industry, well, I didn't expect anything better from them. These folks are more activists than actually reporters. They're not interested in making the gaming industry better or healthier in any way, or even putting out superior products. No, they're more about making sure that the industry fits their idea of what's positive and progressive enough. Now, before we dive into this topic, if you actually enjoy the content that we create, why not smash that subscribe button, hit that like, and ring that bell to be notified for our next video. Now, let's get into this, shall we? Well, the mainstream gaming media just loves having a punching bag. First, they went after Hogwarts Legacy, which was an amazing game, by the way. Then they couldn't resist taking jabs at Stellar Blade, which was another great game. Now, their obsession is with Black Myth Wukong. They've been hounding this game for over a year, trying every trick in the book to drag it down. Recently, an IGN article went viral accusing the developers Game Science of sexism. And instead of admitting that they might have got it wrong, IGN doubles down on their sensational hit piece. Typical, isn't it? Now, this report, which originally dropped in November 2023, has somehow clawed its way back into the spotlight. Titled How Black Myth Wukong Developers A History of Sexism is Complicating Its Journey to the West. It throws around accusations that basically boil down to the director being a bit crass. I mean, sure, the guy made some off-color jokes about women, but it turns out that IGN's translation was conveniently inaccurate and exaggerated, clearly designed to juice up the headline. The drama fizzed out back in November since the game was still far from release, and there wasn't much gameplay to critique. But just when we thought it was over, a new gameplay trailer dropped, and along with it, a juicy report claiming that Wukong's developers had the nerve to reject a $7 million shakedown from DEI consultants. Now, while the gamers were off dubbing the circus as Gamergate 2, narrative consultation companies are getting their time in the spotlight. Sweet Baby Inc. allegedly saw the harassment campaign as a golden opportunity to swoop in to help the developers by offering a sensitivity read. Their pitch, hey, you know what, your reputation is in the toilet, so you know what, let us help you fix that for you. And of course, this was all rumor mill fodder, so take this with a mountain of salt. The developers, in a rare moment of clarity, apparently told them to take a hike. Shocking! These companies have a well-known habit of sticking their noses into the game development, and it seems like this time, they got the door slammed in their faces. Oh, and then we have the articles from people like Alyssa Mercante.
Nailed it!
Who try to sell us on Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't do what you think they do, which is about as true as a fairy tale. They do exactly, and I mean exactly what you expect. Swoop into games, sanitize them, and tweak the content. But guess what? IGN is sticking to their guns with this one. Meanwhile, Rebecca Valentine, the activist who kicked off this drama in November, now has her Twitter on lockdown. So we actually have Grums here, making us think that IGN might apologize for calling out the devs on sexism or clear up those messy mistranslations. However, they just doubled down. Wow, classic. Now, last year, IGN proudly dropped a bombshell report exposing the supposedly scandalous remarks of Wukong's developers, including those in top positions. As of this previous publication, though, crickets from them. No response. Sorry, but they don't owe you an explanation or an apology. What you find offensive might just tickle somebody else's funny bone, even if it's a tad crude. Personally, as a woman, I'm cool with jokes about my gender. I mean, who doesn't love a good laugh? However, Rebecca, sorry that you're triggered, but no apology is coming your way on that account. Sorry, not sorry. Isn't this just delightful to witness? The masses giving the finger to the game journalists and swooning over this game, catapulting it to the top of Steam's pre-order charts. As for me, I haven't had the pleasure of diving into it just yet. After all, we've got quite the stretch until it hits the shelves. Seems like there's a hefty dose of frustration aimed at those pesky narrative consultants poking their noses into the game's development, and not to mention the journalists fanning the flames of controversy. And wouldn't you believe it, the reviewer couldn't resist throwing shade about the absence of women or femme-coded characters in the demo. Of course! They assured us the final game will magically introduce these missing elements. How reassuringly convenient. It's quite the spectacle, isn't it? The uproar of contradictions. It's enough to make one wonder who's actually steering the ship towards success or sabotage. What a mess this double down has turned into. They conveniently sidestepped the mistranslation text and insist the developers must now defend themselves against baseless claims. And what's the fuss about femme-coded characters? Are they upset there aren't enough characters with eyelashes and pink brows? Like, personally, I'm fine with playing games without constantly seeing myself mirrored in every pixel. Rebecca seems to be stewing over the fact that no one swooped in to sanitize the game to her liking. Guess Sweet Baby Inc. didn't get the memo to sprinkle some fairy dust over everything. Well, now Rebecca's really feeling the love, or the lack thereof. At first she had a few cheerleaders, but with every stubborn defense, things just kept getting worse for her. The chorus of criticism is in full swing, accusing her of everything from gaslighting to needing a reality check. Maybe just fire everyone who doesn't agree with me, huh? Remember when you actually pretended to care about gaming? I mean, there's this insistence that IGN should really rally behind her, even though she's got caught red-handed. Apparently engaging in racketeering because, well, gender. The hatred for journalists is practically palpable. With folks predicting the imminent demise of IGN, sure, IGN is still big on the outside, but like everyone else in the industry, they're downsizing and shaking up their content strategy faster than you can say game over. Rebecca's tenure at IGN might be up for grabs if they decide to, trim the fat. Her output on IGN has been less than prolific, with a rather meager portfolio to show for it. Let's see if IGN has the guts to stick to their guns on this debacle. Deleting the controversial report might be their next move, but good luck scrubbing it from the internet, because once it's out there. Meanwhile, despite all the drama, Myth Wukong is racking in pre-orders like there's no tomorrow. It's steamrolling the competition on Steam, proving it's the belle of the ball. Looks like this game's got the community buzzing, and Rebecca's got some hot water to swim through, if she stays afloat. However, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, before you go, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and ring the bell to be notified for our next video. As always, this is Est, and I'm signing off now, so we'll see you in the next one. Toodles!